Hey, this is Dr. Bill Williams on a perfect spring afternoon in Atlanta, Georgia. The kids are out swimming. It's such a beautiful day, 90 degrees. I'm in here, 72 degrees, comfortable. Going to do something today that will be like a review, an update of what Ashley Mafarth told us in the webinar yesterday. The Q&A session turned into a marathon. And we really did have an important visitor. Our CEO, Ashley Mafarth, came on board. And of course, every time he does, he lays some good information out for us to soak up. And boy, was everybody excited about what happened. Amazing stuff. I want to relate a few things I can. First of all, the general update to the public is that the beta tests are fixing to start. The final completion of the majority of the ONPASSIVE products are going to happen within the next 2 weeks to 2 months. So we're really having a really fruitful spring and early summer. And everybody's looking forward to the next step and the soft launch coming up soon after. Things are really rocking toward that one really important goal that everybody has, is to get this thing launched. So keep your eyes open because we're getting closer and closer. There's 670,000 plus founders in ONPASSIVE now, and just a year ago there was probably 60,000 about this time a year ago. And so we're rocking along, making good plans. We have 213 countries that are represented among the founders. There's 2 offices that are constructed in Hyderabad, India, Orlando, Florida, 2 more under construction around the world. So we're expanding, we're growing. We've got over 600-700 employees throughout the world. And what we're doing is we're making 50 to 60 products, services, portfolios that will just dominate the internet, just for all the founders and all the customers to come in ONPASSIVE. So we're really poised for something big to break out. Ash was very passionate and he was very focused and confident yesterday because he sees what is the progress. And he was reading from a list of things that were finished. And he was so proud to see what was going on. And every time that something gets finished, he tweaks it and adds something more. So we're always going to be tweaking, we're always going to be adding. And so it's a never-ending project to make every product better. And so we saw that in action this week, because there were things that were finished a month ago that came back and were better. And they had 10, 20, 30 things added as features to them just because they haven't been released yet. So they continue to add every 2 or 3 weeks. They have sprints, and it just makes things get better and better and better. Ash had a quote. He said, "You have never seen, or you never will see, any company in your lifetime that gives you as much value as ONPASSIVE." So that's a statement that drives his vision, is value. You know, if we look for anything, any reason for people to take on the products and use them from ONPASSIVE, it's going to be the value. It's not going to be that they look better. They're not going to be that they are cheaper only. They're going to be better, cheaper, look better, work better, be faster than anything else on the market. And so it's going to be a game changer, best of class in each of the 50 categories. When we enter a class, we intend to dominate it, and that's kind of the point. Everything's going to be as good as it can be, much better than most of the things that are out there right now. Now, the Go founders in the back office will get even more specific details and an update because they can watch the video. So it's worth the price of admission just to read that and see that one video from yesterday. I'm saying that if you spent $97 just to see the latest video, it'd be like an educational, inspirational, motivational, even a comforting type of a view. When I say comforting, I mean, if you come away after that video and don't have a new respect for what this company's doing and what the potential is for any founder who's in the group, then you're brain dead. I mean, why do I say comforting? What we have is a saying in ONPASSIVE: we're in it to win it. We have already won the game once we become a member. The outcome is assured, the results are guaranteed. And so I don't think any other company has ever put that much faith in what they're doing. So I just wanted to give you a hint that if you want to be a member, it only costs $97 and you can become an insider to see what we saw yesterday. What would you say if you're asking, what is the difference between a person like yourself who's just watching this and not a member and a founder? A founder basically sees the vision that Ash Mufarth has. Ash has a vision for a whole new way of operating business, of operating an internet, the way they treat employees, the way they treat customers, the way they treat the founders. Everything's different. They don't try to take everything and move it to the top as far as the income and the profits. They try to distribute it among everyone that's the founder group, and they're even going to be extremely nice and support the customers in a way they've never been supported before. You'll see that when you get inside. They also support the team that builds the products, gives them dramatically better results, long-term stability, long-term financial success, just for being in the company as a engineer, a developer, a support team member. So they're very different from most. So if you pay the $97 to be a founder, you come in and you only pay out of pocket after that one time. If you're a founder, that means you pay a subscription for the service one time the first month, and after that, nothing out of pocket. Everything else comes out of profits, and you're able to say that the total cost is going to be somewhere around $350 for your lifetime to be a member and to use all the products for the rest of your life. And you're going to have an income stream that starts building from day one. Not only do you use the products, but you get an income stream that grows and builds as the company puts people in under you. And we'll explain that in a minute. If you don't become a founder, well, you'll just become a customer, because we know that at some point, all 6 billion people on the planet will eventually say they want to use the products in some form, and that they'll be a monthly subscription customer. Without a doubt, if you have the best products on the planet and they're superior to everything else, then most people are going to gravitate towards what you have. And that's what ONPASSIVE is all about, is creating best of the best in every category. Now, another question is, why is the founder entitled to such high compensation? Well, that's Ash's plan. He has a purpose behind that, and it has to do with blessing others. So the high value of ONPASSIVE is really coming from what we offer the public. Anyone who is a user of the internet, who does business on the internet, is going to have a reason to buy the products and become a customer. And so every founder will be credited with people that come in underneath them in time. And so it's a very important part of the puzzle to be the first puzzle piece put down, because everything else will accrue underneath. And it's a compensation plan that has many features, and it has many bonuses, and it's proprietary, so you can't just look at it and say, hey, I understand that. It's generous. That's the main thing. Ash has a big goal. The big goal is to create the most millionaires of any company that's ever existed. And so when you look at that, you could say, well, we're at 670,000 members right now, and we'll probably be up to 1 million when we launch this summer, if that's the time we launch. And so there's an idea that maybe Ash has an idea in his mind that he wants to create 1 million millionaires. And we believe that that's about right, because it's his goal that every person succeeds. Every person that joins ONPASSIVE, 97% of the people that never succeed will succeed in this particular business. All they have to do is be in, because everything else is done for them by the company. So that kind of brings us up to the question of what creates the cash flow? Where does it come from? And customers are purchasing and using the state-of-the-art products. They're paying a commission every month, and companies are replacing their tired, worn-out software for something that is backed by artificial intelligence, that has new, built from the ground up technology. It's faster, it's more reliable. I mean, they've already got some statistics that show that this company, ONPASSIVE's internet presence, is more stable than Facebook and Google and other big boys. And what we're seeing is with all the new technology, then they're behind us. As we begin, we're ahead of them. And so that bodes well for the future and our financial growth. So the best part of ONPASSIVE is probably that the entire sales, marketing, closing, training process is done for you. There's no need to sell or to recruit if you don't want to. So we have the ability to bring more people in, refer people, so that's an avenue that increases the rate of growth. But if you don't want to do that, you don't have to, because ONPASSIVE is going to bring in a majority of the people over time because of their superior targeted marketing and sales techniques that they've built into the program, automated, something that has never been done before. Talk about the products, and I can't cover 50 of them today, but I just want to highlight maybe some of the ones that mean the most to me, or the ones that are the most outstanding right now. And the first one I'd always want to talk about is Attn. Attn is dear to my heart because I've been an instructor, a teacher for 30-something years, and I started out doing slideshows and carousel projectors and carrying those things around from hotel to hotel, giving classes in orthodontics and TMJ and head and neck pain. And I graduated to PowerPoint eventually, and that became easier. And then we went away from the projection screens and started having the TVs that would act like, the monitors that we have that are big monitors these days. So things have really changed over the years. And Attn is a teaching platform for postgraduate and university level, all the way down to grade school level. It'll do everything and anything that we need as far as putting students and teachers together where they can monetize and teach all around the world. What's really interesting to me is that the languages can be simultaneously translated from one language to another while the instructor speaks, and you'll be able to hear people all over the world. Now, that's an amazing technology that will revolutionize teaching when you can teach in other languages. The second product that I think is going to be going hand in hand with Attn will be OConnect. It's a video conferencing of superior technology to the one we're using mostly today. There's a lot of growth that happened in the video conferencing industry. I was in it from the beginning, and I've seen it grow. I've seen how easy it has gotten compared to what it was. Well, OConnect is going to take it another step further, where we're much easier, much more reliable, and much more connected than we have been in the past to these other products. So look for that to come out, and that'll be very inexpensive and a great value, because you could put as many people as you want into the OConnect system without any extra charge. That's not true with most of the other ones. You have to pay a large upscale amount once you start getting 10, 20,000 people in a conference. So this is going to make a revolution for video conferencing. Now, ONET is a free program. We have a number of paid programs and a number of free programs that the public can use. And so the one that's ONET will replace social media that you hate. Think about it. Is there a social media platform that you just can't stand because of the system they run, the people that run it, or the censoring that they do? If you don't like some things about what's out there now, you're going to love ONET. It'll do more, better, faster, easier, and a lot less hassle. And the people that are in charge of it are going to be much nicer to you than the ones that run the current group of high-tech social media outlets. OMail is another one that's coming out. It's going to challenge all the email systems right up front. I hear from talking to Ash that this new OMail system is far better than any of the others. The Gmails, the Yahoos, the ATT systems, anything out there that you've been using, this will be better. And all of this product that's improving itself over time comes from artificial intelligence being part of the backbone. And it does a lot of the work for you in the background. It suggests things, it organizes things, puts them into the places where they go without you having to think, do, or worry about what's going on. So that's O-Mail. Another one that I like to talk about is O-Create. And O-Create is pretty much a website builder that in 3 clicks you can have a website done. You can change your website. You can make it new every day. You can update the interface without changing the words, and it looks different, but it says the same thing. So we have a huge advantage for speed and variety that most people cannot even come close to matching. So we'll have unique features on O-Create. What about groups that want to get together and meet and plan and get organized? Well, we have something called O-Peer. It's going to be a platform for large groups, thousands of people, or just 5 or 6 people. And you can delegate, you can track, you can see the progress they're making, have follow-ups. And it's a very good system for businesses, for projects. And O-Peer is going to take over and be such a superior product for so many companies. Now, there's 40 more, including O-Bless, which we'll talk about, which is our CEO's favorite program, O-Bless. The products that are coming, O-Staff, O-Counting, Audit, everything that's out there that's really worthwhile having, we're going to have a competing product. And when we start competing, as I said, we're going to make them world class. Nobody's going to be better. Nobody's going to have a cheaper version that works as well as ours. What does that mean when I say cheaper? It means that all of our products will have the ability to be bundled together for one low cost. Nobody else does that. We'll also be able to sell them one-off if somebody only wants one product. So we're going to have features that are superior. We're going to have value that's better. I hear the speed is better because they're built with new technology. And you know, anything that's built with new technology is going to be faster for the most part than something that was built 15 years ago. Most of the big products that are number 1, 2 in the market right now were built with technology that's 10, 15 years old. And so we're going to be coming out of the gate with brand new technology built in the last 2 years. An amazing, amazing advantage over anybody else. What about the correction of the corruption? That is the saying that Ash has said many times, that ONPASSIVE is the correction of the corruption. It means that we're cutting out the middleman. It means we're taking the greedy top layer of people away from the profits, and we're sharing it with all the people that are in the company, all the people that are the customers, that are the founders, and the developers. So it's not just the few at the top that get all the money. We're doing a lot of work that is spreading this around. We're trying to end the shady business in the internet. We're trying to really be kind and gentle. We are the business that brings humanity to business. Speaking of humanity, I actually had a quote yesterday. The first time I've heard it, it was, humanity has to end poverty, or poverty will end humanity. Doing good is where his heart's at, and doing good is what is needed. Ash wants to duplicate what he does. He wants to replicate as many people doing good around the world as he can, and that's one reason that he came together with the concept of ONPASSIVE, sharing the wealth, creating a monster, huge product that benefits so many people that it throws off massive profits. And so when you have massive profits and a lot of people with a good heart, what do you end up with? O-Bless. O-Bless is the product. O-Bless is the product that ONPASSIVE has put together to donate to charities, to help startups for good causes, to support disaster relief, medical issues for individuals and groups. Anything that's positive in the world, O-Bless wants to bless that project. And so with all the large profits that we expect to come from ONPASSIVE sales to people all over the world, a number of people are going to be dedicating a large portion of their income to doing good works around the world. That's the way Ash wants to replicate what he does, what he believes in. So he's attracting people like himself. He's attracting those who want to give back, who want to see other people do well. And when humanity has the ability to end poverty, that's a good thing. So where are we now? We're poised to begin the beta testing, which means that the soft launch is imminent. The soft launch is going to be a thing that changes the price to get in to be a founder. Right now you get in at $97. It's been that way since the beginning. But Ash has always told us that when the soft launch starts, and it'll only last 4 to 12 weeks total before the final launch to the public. But when that soft launch starts, the price goes up to around $250 or about. The best time to join as a founder is right now before the price goes up, of course. And in other videos, I speak about the effect of ONPASSIVE on the family. And I talk about being in means being successful, that you've already won. And if I had a family and I wanted to create a family legacy, that means a strong family that can be supporting itself into the next generations, then I'm going to look at ONPASSIVE as that vehicle. And I talk in the other videos that I've done about the family dynasty. And a dynasty is where you have a multi-generational income stream that grows and never stops. And it's possible that this could be the seed money that starts all that going. And we know that ONPASSIVE will be so successful that it's going to have an income stream that's very long, it's going to be very large, and it's going to be very profitable to be a member and a founder. So look forward to that. If you want financial security from now, right now in 2021, then this is a year to make your move to ONPASSIVE. This is Dr. Bill Williams on May 25th. We're looking forward to a wonderful summer because we know good things are coming, and I hope that you have your eyes open, you're listening well, and you see what's coming down the track, because the ONPASSIVE train, we don't want it to pass you by.